Good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, the 23rd of July in the year 2025. My name is Anthea Grant, and I am a master's student at the University of Florida. And I am here at the Charlottesville Cocoa Estate, and I'm speaking with Mrs. Pat Turpin, and I will allow her to introduce herself at this point.
Well, Anthea said that she is at Charlottesville Estate, yes. This is an 1,800-acre estate, or was previously when it was purchased in 1865, which is hundreds of years ago, right? And it is now reduced to 1,200 acres because we've been selling land to the locals. It is within a biosphere, which is the man and the biosphere, which is a UNESCO brand, which means that we live in harmony, or we are supposed to live in harmony with our environment. So I have been here since I first came here when I was 19 years old, and that had to be in 1970. Okay? So I came here. I met my husband on a blind date. I went back to Canada. I finished my degree, and then I came back here to settle down. That is a short précis of what happened. So since 1971 October, I've been resident in Charlottesville. Right? I was born in the U.S., and as I said previously, I'm an accidental American. I was born there when my father was studying engineering in Indiana, and I was brought back home here at 12 weeks old. So I'm a Trinidadian Tobagonian. So the majority of my life has been spent in Tobago, not Trinidad. Okay, so it's a long time since I've been here.
Yeah. Tell us about life in Charlottesville.
When I first came here?
Yeah, and now, and how has it changed?
Two different times altogether.
Yeah.
When I came in 1971, it was very casual. Everybody knew everybody. I soon got to know all of them. The estate was still picking cocoa, which was the crop. We had about 40 families that were involved who had contracts on the estate. And they would bring the cocoa in, and we would manufacture it, so to speak. We had the cocoa works where the cocoa is fermented. What they would do is pick the cocoa and bring it into us. We would pay them for it. Right? Then we fermented it and dried it and shipped it overseas.
Straight to Europe?
Trinidad.
Trinidad.
The Cocoa Planters Association was a group in that time.
You have to take it into them.
And we would ship it to them in Trinidad, and they would then, they had many estates that were selling to them.
Yeah.
They would sell it on the European market.
Okay.
And what we got, when it came back, we would give the contractors what is known as a cess, which is like a bonus. Okay? We didn't have to do that, but we did. So in other words, they got 1/3 and we got 2/3, and we did all the work of processing while they did all the work of picking. So, but cocoa, people started, the younger people, by 1990, I would say that the younger people had no desire to work in agriculture. So they would not help their parents. And eventually the older people just couldn't do it on their own.
Yeah.
So that was how the demise of cocoa came about. So we closed down operations at that time and told them when they're ready to start again, let us know. So that is the history. Right now I'm working with an NGO that is community-based. That is, we are replanting cocoa because we are in partnership with the European Union and a chocolate producer in Trinidad, Trinitario.
Okay.
They are our partners.
Okay.
So they train people. So, and the planting has already begun. They cleared the land. We were supposed to be helped by the URP, but they came when they felt like it. So we had to make a deal with the locals here who had been trained.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
4 of them I have. That's all. Out of 25. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
So that's to show you how
Decline.
how enthusiastic. But the 4, they are enthusiastic. And they've planted close to 1,000 trees now. They have another 70
Wow.
to make up the 1,000. And they have to get it done very soon,
Yeah.
within the next 2 weeks. Because the next training session begins in a month or 2.
Yeah.
So that would be the second tranche of the EU loan, you know, or grant.
Okay.
So that's, I am not supposed to be technically involved. I am just the landowner who has given permission for them to redo the cocoa.
Can you explain, if you could, how the European grant came about? If it's something that we can't discuss, like how did it come into existence to be?
My partner, Trinitario, applied for a grant.
Right, okay.
I, as a landowner, cannot apply for a grant.
Right.
It has to have an active partner with whatever.
Okay.
So they did it. I put the land.
Okay.
Right? I put 90 acres into it, and it's on that side
Okay.
of the village.
Wow.
So and these 4 guys, I mean, planting cocoa on these hillsides is not easy. It's hard work, and you have to go out early or late. You know, or the sun is much too hot.
Yeah.
So after a while, I realized these 4 guys. I said, okay, y'all 4 of you come to my house. Let's talk realistically.
Yeah.
You know, and I said, there's just X amount of dollars. So you have a choice. Either you get paid every day work, every month, or you wait till the end of the project and get a bulk. They all chose the bulk.
Okay.
I think they're regretting it now, but we
It's
will
like
see.
Susu.
No.
Everybody wants to get the last hand to get the bulk, right?
So I told them at that first meeting, I said, it's not going to be easy. Don't make promises that you can't keep. You have all the equipment because the project had supplied all of the equipment, which is stored in that little house next door. Some is down at my office, which is easily accessible. The equipment to dig holes and plant everything. So it's not as if they have to dig with a cutlass or something like that, right?
Right. More sophisticated equipment.
What you call it, an auger? Yes, they have all of it.
Okay.
So, but it is hillside, and they have to work as a team. So I told them, you know, make up your minds. You all form your own schedule. You put somebody to keep the keys to the thing. That has to be your choices. I don't want to be part of it. I'm not your boss. But they think I am. So anytime they were complaining to me 2 weeks ago that, what's wrong with everybody? I said, look, you grown-ups, get together and talk and decide when you're going back out. So apparently they've decided. By the end of this week, they'll be.
Like on a rotation.
They all have to go out together, carry the plants up.
How do they carry it? Like in a bag?
They have containers that have room for about 20 plants.
Wow.
So they're going to have to do it, whether they like it or not.
Yeah.
You know, I said, somebody has to take the plants, somebody take the tools,
Yeah, work together.
And they have to mark every plant because when the grass grows up around it, it could cover the plant and you wouldn't even know it's there. Right? So they have to finish it. We can't leave anything.
Yeah.
Because the training is being done by, I think it's Kariri, one of them.
Okay.
That they have been contracted through the project to do the training, and they do it here.
Okay.
You know, in Charlottesville.
Yeah. What kind of challenges they have, like the workers who are doing the training, in terms of like pests or larvae? Yeah.
Well, the trees are so young now that they wouldn't have any challenges other than not watering them.
Right. Okay.
And killing the plants by letting them dry out. It's when they start producing, which is another 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
You know, but there are cocoa trees in the same area that they just need to prune, which they're doing.
Okay. Good.
And they can start picking those.
Yeah.
Whenever it's plausible.
Okay.
So it's up to them.
So
it's supposed to be a project that helps build a community. In the end, it is supposed to help them make a business.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah. That is really commendable that you gave back to the community, and in that vein of thought, you know, we were just there at the Charlottesville Festival on Monday. It's really lovely, and I know it's a property that you own and so on, and as you know, Mr. Lovelace and I were speaking about starting a museum, that your desire was to start a museum. Can you tell us, you know, your vision to that space? What do you envision and what do you want?
Well, they need to be refurbished totally. It's going to cost about $5 million.
Yeah.
TT.
Yeah.
Let me
clarify.
Clarify that it's not $5 million US.
Right.
To redo the cocoa houses so that they can be a museum.
Preserved.
Yeah, preserved.
Yeah.
There's lots of stuff hanging around that needs to go into a museum.
Yeah.
And it's totally up to Barry and his other partners how they want to set up this museum.
What kind of artifacts do you have? Could you describe them?
I have instruments used in cocoa production. Some have been stolen. I mean, it's inevitable.
Yeah.
You know, if they're left hanging around.
Yeah. The owner takes them.
And they have implements that were used in the production of cocoa. That's what we have.
Okay.
So when they need a display, I give them what I have. But it's not just about cocoa. It's about things that people used to use here.
So on the estate when it was
they're eating, you know, like to cook. It's not a stove they had, you know. They had to call these big pots that people now use on the riverside to make barbecue.
Yeah.
You know which ones what I'm talking about?
Iron one?
What you call it? I'm not talking about an iron pot, you know. I'm talking about the thing that you put the coals in.
Oh, coal pot.
A coal pot.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I have said that's what people used to cook on outside. And when they were ironing clothes, they had these heavy irons that weigh about 4 pounds. I'll show you one if you want.
Yes.
If I can open the cupboard. Like one side.
So those irons were used by maids?
They were used by everybody.
Everybody? Okay.
Look at it.
Wow. Can you feel it?
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness. You could lift weights with this.
Can you imagine?
Oh, wow.
They used to put those, it's dusty.
Yeah.
They used to put those on the coal pot and heat them up. Right?
Yeah.
And iron clothes. That was an iron. I don't know, boy. I don't think I could handle that.
Oh,
so those kind of
things. Okay. And, you know, part of my research is dealing with looking at the intangible cultural aspects of cocoa farming, like dancing of the cocoa.
Right.
Can you tell us a little bit about that in your experience, seeing it or even doing it yourself?
Oh, that was a long time ago. I'll put that back in there.
Sure.
The dancing on the cocoa, you have to be agile, or you have to drink plenty rum. No, that is true. They would do it early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the cocoa beans have already been, they are fermented, but they have to be polished to get all the little excess off the bean.
Yeah.
So it'd be spread out on these rooftops in the sun. And when they're dried, they would be danced on. The best thing, you can put it in a mechanical dryer, but the original method is to get on there and dance it.
Yeah.
You would wet the bean by throwing some water on it,
Mm-hmm.
and then dance on the beans with bare feet
Okay.
till you polish the beans.
Yeah.
Every morning, early, before
Mm.
the sun comes up. And they would put drums there,
Mm-hmm.
drink rum, drink, dance on the cocoa. I mean, you need to get pretty high to be dancing on cocoa. No, it's a fact. You ask anybody in the cocoa business, old time,
Yeah. Was it done by
they would sing.
women or men or both?
Both.
Both. Okay.
At our cocoa house, we had a woman in charge. She was like a sergeant major. They were all scared of her. Bossy, you know, so
And then they would after dancing they would bag it.
yes, it would be graded and bagged
Created. Okay.
through a special machine with holes.
Okay.
Grade the size of the bean.
Mm.
Then they would be bagged and shipped out.
What is interesting about my experience in Trinidad and Tobago coming to do this research is a lot of people see, just if I could hold it, the end product, the cocoa
It's
bar.
a lot of work.
But it's coming here and seeing it from bean, the
Right.
bean process, even planting it, as you're doing now.
That bean
Yeah.
is in no way related to a chocolate bar, because the process to make chocolate is quite different. Now, if you want to make a homemade chocolate bar for home use, you wouldn't make it like a chocolate bar. You would
Yeah.
put the beans in a mortar and pound them
Mm.
until they soften,
Yeah.
and the oil, cocoa butter. You know, you get cocoa butter for
Yeah.
creaming your skin.
Yeah.
That would come once you're pounding the bean, it softens and the oils come out.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually you can add things like cinnamon, bay leaf,
Yeah.
all
It gives
kinds
a
of
really nice flavor.
seasonings that they
Okay.
add to the cocoa that's in
Yeah.
the mortar,
Mm-hmm.
and then they roll it into balls and put it in the sun.
Oh. Okay.
When they roll it into balls and put it in the sun, it gets hard, just like concrete. And you grate it off when you want a cup of cocoa.
Wow.
Just your cup or grater, and you grate it into your cup and pour hot water on it.
Okay.
Milk, sugar, whatever you want.
Wow.
It's
really nice.
delicious,
Yeah, and it's homegrown.
Yes.
Which is great.
but it's all work.
It's a lot of hard work.
Food was always lots of work.
Yeah.
Planting and eating is two different things.
Yeah. So, besides the cocoa estates in the community, what else are you doing in terms of conservation?
I have cottages on the beach, 8 of them.
Mm.
They are eco-conscious cottages.
Okay.
I attract or try to attract bird watchers, families, students from all over the world. They come here to do their marine work.
Okay.
Right now I have a group of students from Glasgow, 10 of them, who are doing research on bats, moths, frogs. I'm trying to think of what, and some geographical stuff.
Yeah.
But they're here for till the end of August. They're here for about 2.5 months.
Wow.
It's part of their
Internship?
their degree,
Degree, okay.
you know. So they're here. They have professors in charge, but away.
Oh, so they remotely supervise.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. How is like relating to them and being here on the island in this part of Tobago? How have their experiences been in your interaction with them?
They love it. They must have really enjoyed. They told me they had a ball on Heritage. They must have. I think they went to the top of the hill and
they walked down with the
dancing down with the group.
Yeah.
They thought it was very interesting.
Yeah, because it's, you know what is interesting about it is that of all the islands, you know, you get the sea, the sun, the usual things, but I think Tobago is special because they keep this heritage alive. How important do you think is that for the next generation?
We have never focused on sea, sand, and the
run-of-the-mill kind of
tourism. That isn't Tobago. It's more, we are more heritage and eco-conscious.
Yeah.
Bird watching, diving, you know.
I mean, the rainforest is the oldest, I believe, in the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah, it is
great. And you know, like studies have shown that that's the reason why the Trinitario fine flavored variety is so good, for want of a much better word, because of the flora and the fauna, the whole biodiversity system, the geography of Tobago and Trinidad.
The soil is particularly good in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
For cocoa, and it gives it a very good flavor.
Yeah.
There are different types of cocoa. This estate grew 3 kinds.
Okay.
Trinitario is the only one that comes to mind.
Creole?
Criolla. That's the other one.
Okay.
And there's a third one, but I can't remember what that is.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's just sort of
the name has gone.
Trinitario. Yeah, it's there in my mind, but I can't remember it right now.
Yeah. So we had 3 kinds here.
Okay. 3 kinds.
Yeah.
Wow. And how special is it to you to be here, to be a Tobagonian? How proud are you of the cocoa?
Steward. I am the current steward of this state.
Oh, wow.
Which is a heavy responsibility.
Yeah.
I have 106 families on my land. That's another big responsibility. That they don't cut down every tree in sight, because this is the watershed. And they love to cut trees. When you tell a Tobagonian to clean a place, and you mean rake it or trim the tree slightly, they go and they demolish it, right?
And they burn things a lot.
Yes, and burning.
Yeah.
That has to stop.
Yeah.
It has gone down because we threatened them. So you can't be doing that.
Yeah.
Especially in the dry season, and start big fires everywhere.
Yeah.
It's very hard to get a fire engine up here in the first place.
I can imagine.
So the people have been a big responsibility. They think I'm in charge.
So you're like the member of parliament then?
Or something.
You're like a member of parliament?
No, I think they think that the Turpins, who have been here since evermore, the Turpins never had slaves. We inherited the families. They were on our land, and which is fine by us. So when I came, it took me 3 years to meet every single family on the estate, both sides. It's big now, but it wasn't like that. So twice a week, myself and I would call him the manager, would go out there with a measuring tape and measure everybody's lots and say, okay, plant a rye over there, that's one corner. Their lots, we would measure it out so that they would stop fighting. Because they were like damn children.
Yeah.
Fighting over everything, So
you had to get it regulated, the deeds?
I regulate. Deeds? Nobody gets a deed unless you purchase it.
So they're renting
my land.
So, okay.
I wish they would buy it because it's cheap for them.
Wow.
They've been on it for generations. Buy the damn thing.
Yeah.
All you're basically paying for is illegal fees anyhow. So that is laziness. It's only when they decide they want a loan from the bank that they come and they say, I want to buy the land. I say, it's about damn time, you know.
I just remember the name of the other one, Forestero.
Really?
Yes, Trinitario, Creole,
Criolla and what?
Forestero.
That doesn't ring a bell with me.
Really? Because that's the one that, the three main ones.
In Trinidad.
Yeah,
But
in Trinidad, yeah.
That doesn't ring a bell with me here.
Okay. And it's also used by Africa, Western Africa.
Right, West Africa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So these tenants of yours, they were once they are descendants of former plantation workers, yes?
Well, I would presume so, because
yeah.
it was 1865. I can't tell you what was happening then.
Yeah.
When they bought the estate, slavery was over since 1835 or something like that. So there's about 30-year gap.
Right, of what might have transpired.
And the villagers were the same as if they were living in Africa, tribal. And by that I mean, they had certain areas where they would have people from the Cameroon living, and they still live there.
Wow.
Everybody, when you ask a villager, where do the Cameroons live? They'll point to the top of Bel Air, and that's where they are.
Wow.
The Yoruba one, the flat over the side had Ibu and some other tribes.
Ooh.
They were very tribal. They would not mix.
Wow.
So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And the architect?
But they're still like that to this day in Africa. Tribal.
Yeah, they are.
Okay?
Yeah.
They haven't changed.
Wow.
A bit.
And what about the architecture of the
village?
The houses.
They have their own architecture, really.
Oh, no. But before
Always
it was like...
did.
Was it not uniformed before?
Of course not. I never built a single house, neither did the estate.
Okay.
They built their own. First, it used to be out of wood, but nowadays everybody is affluent.
Yeah.
I have to say that because I'm seeing some gigantic things going up, and I want to know who's cleaning it.
And this is supposed to be the great house.
This is too big for me.
But I mean, back then in the late 1800s, early 1900s, a house like this was considered the great house.
Yeah.
And tell me a little history of the place.
This house?
Who built it? Yeah.
It was built around 1930. Maybe earlier. I'm not quite sure. I have some documents, but they seem to indicate somewhere around 1930.
Right.
Right? But anyway, 1930, it was built. The top floor was the house.
Oh.
Right? It was flat on the ground, on a platform. Wood, pure.
Is that, do you think that was for the estate manager to oversee his land?
The owner who was living there, he's the one that built it.
Right.
Cyril Turpin. Yes.
Oh,
he was the first one to live here.
And he was born here in Trinidad?
Yes.
Okay.
But he lived in Uganda for years.
Oh,
That's why there was these animals here.
Oh, yeah, all this stuff.
He was a game warden.
Wow.
And they were
so he left Tobago to go to Uganda?
Yes, his family. His father was the Anglican Bishop of Tobago, and they lived in Scarborough.
Oh.
There were about 13 children. You have to leave. What would you find here to live on?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
There was basically nothing. So, it's many years later when he was probably about 40, maybe 30, in his 30s, he came back here to live. And that's what he built. The upstairs floor of the house was flat on the ground.
Yeah.
He only built underneath here when he had a family and after Hurricane Flora.
Yeah. Tell us about Hurricane Flora. I think that was in 1980.
Yes.
1980.
You're asking me things that I wasn't around. I was living in Trinidad and I was 13 years old.
Okay. I mean, I grew up knowing about this great hurricane.
I know all about the hurricane that it mashed up the whole place.
Yeah. And since then, it's never been.
They had hundreds of acres of cocoa
wiped
at
out.
that time.
Wow.
And the estate was producing thousands of pounds of cocoa. Right? And that was it.
Yeah, because
The
Trinidad was
hurricane
the third
wrecked
highest.
half the cocoa.
Yeah.
And this house,
Mhm.
well, half of it was taken away.
Oh no.
That side of the
Oh.
house went.
Whoa.
So
Wow.
those rooms there, the kitchen,
Yeah.
that was built after the hurricane.
Oh.
Because everything was upstairs.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
To get this house up there, they had to jack it up on some gigantic jacks. I don't even know where they are now. But the back was not built until after Hurricane Flora.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
so a house that has undergone change over the years.
Yeah. Like
Everybody's
like
belongings are here, generation after generation.
What's your name?
Those,
Together boots and
yes, those, I think I just heard.
that. Could you say that again?
When I came in 1971, there were exactly 205 white people on the island of Tobago.
Hmm.
That's a fact. And most of them were estate owners, growing cocoa or whatever. The others were in business or tourism.
Tobacco and things like that.
Tobacco.
Or sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar.
Only cocoa. By that time, nobody was producing sugarcane and tobacco. It was coconuts or cocoa.
Hmm. How was it to like intermingle with the locals at first when you came? Did it take you a while to
When I
acclimatize?
came, tourism was already here.
Oh.
I mean, in a small way, but visitors were coming here all the time. The reason those cottages were built is because my father-in-law, who was the crown surveyor, he didn't come to live here till about 58 or something like that. And he found out that people wanted to stay down on the flat down there and in the village. So he built a couple of cottages.
Oh.
And that's how they were built. Tourists have been coming for years. So they would stay with people in their private homes.
Yeah.
We didn't have guest houses and things like that then. That was after the 60s. Tourism developed.
Okay.
So.
Great. Well.
And intermingling, we never had a problem.
Yeah. Everyone got along
very well.
Very well.
My children grew up here.
So they would interact with the fishermen and go down the road. Is there like a supermarket? Yeah, because I have never seen one. Oh, okay.
By the jetty has quite a large supermarket.
Okay, so that's where you would...
Bayview supermarket.
Bayview, okay.
But they didn't have that then.
Mm.
They had market, vegetables, and fish.
Mm. So when you wanted like household items, you had to go to Scarborough,
yeah.
which is, for those who are listening, an hour and a half away.
Right.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Household appliances and things still cannot be bought here. You have to go to Scarborough. But food, you can get food here.
Yeah. Yeah, now, right?
Now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
But this is paradise. I'm telling you a fact. I would not live anywhere else. My brother, who lives in Portersville, up in Maraval. Why don't you come for the weekend? No way. You come.
Yeah.
And I told him I never hear from you unless you think I'm sick and you need to talk to me.
Oh no.
This is my older brother. He's terrible. The rest of my family are all in the U.S.
Okay.
My children, my daughter, and grandson live in Florida. And my son and his wife and 2 children live in Kentucky. They were just here.
Yeah.
They missed heritage.
Oh, yeah. It was really amazing. And I want to come back on Monday to get the riot.
Let's see if I find a picture. You pick the beans one day. They pick them and they bring them into the cocoa works. They have to be put in a big box to ferment. Right? So the fermentation could take 2 to 3 weeks. And the white stuff, when you open up cocoa pod, the beans are surrounded by this white fleshy stuff which is delicious. But that has to be fermented off. Okay? So when the fermentation takes 3 weeks approximately. They have to be sweated, as we call it. They were covered in big bags. These boxes with big bags and covered down and sweated. And the runoff would be put outside. The runoff is what they make creme de cacao with, liqueurs, but we are not equipped for that, okay? So, after the fermentation process, the beans are put on the cocoa house roof to dry. That could take weeks, depending on the sunlight, right? You have to spread them out. So you can't put a whole big mountain of cocoa up there. It has to be bit by bit.
Yeah.
Okay? And when each pile is dried, they have to be danced on and then graded. So I would say that the whole process could take 6 months.
In some area now, when the beans dry, as observe the guy wetting it.
Yeah, to dance on it.
Yeah, but why he had us wetted back and it was dried already?
So that you could actually walk on it.
Oh, you put
Okay, you're going to polish the bean.
Right.
When you polish wood, you put a wet substance and you rub it in. That's what you're doing.
You ever heard of Bacano plant?
Bacano, yes.
So there's this book that Dr. Sukar in University of the West Indies, Cocoa Research, he recommended the book to me to do my research and my literature review. And in the end, they were speaking about the Bacano plant, how they used to like put water in it, and then the coloring of the Bacano, they would now sprinkle it on the beans to give it that lush brown, almost like a shoe polish.
Well, nobody ever mentioned that here, but it's possible.
Yeah, everywhere have their own unique practices.
But everybody has Bacano in this area. I mean,
I've seen a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Mrs. Turpin, it has been an absolute pleasure speaking with you. I really enjoyed the interview. It was really refreshing just from your perspective. And it really is like a story, like it painted a really great picture of Charlottesville. And I do want to thank you for your time that you took to do this and to meet with me. And
You're welcome.
I wish you all the best in all your future endeavors.
You too.
Thank you. For any time.
Times before electricity came, you didn't have an electric dryer. But when electricity came in, it wasn't until after Hurricane Florence that they had electricity all over. So that's 63. You know, it was like living in the bush. No, but they would have to cover the beans. I mean, pull the roofs over it and go in there every day and turn it and let air get in. Otherwise, gone.
Mold and so on.
Thinking about the area where I was discussing the rain, right? But then again, if you use the electric.
If you use the electric, it dries it out in a different way. You're not wetting it and polishing. Right?
So the tradition now, I see in that area from my doing interviews now.
The tradition is more important.
Yeah, because that dying out.
Yes.
I've seen young people involved, probably was looking at that area. And watching other stories now, I was kind of looking at that area, thinking about it.
That's why they're trying to relate or keep our heritage alive.
Right.
That's the whole purpose of it. So they learn where they came from and where they're going to. Never forget your past.
Yeah. And the good thing about it is when people come here, students and
they learn about it.
Yeah, so that's staying.
That's why we want the museum, but we need money, money. It's all cost.
hopefully the new boards and then in stating, you know, something could happen.
I hope
Should
so.
happen